Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
What are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsmen Potcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of refly smell on you, boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me my weed, all right?
The world's in that box. What you got in that box?
Oh, I thought that was the yellow Power Ranger from over here.
No.
That's Hulkamania.
It's the original yellow Power Ranger, brother.
That's right, brother. Let me tell you something, brother.
He's 5 Power Rangers all in one, brother.
Right.
Damn. He's all of the Power Rangers all at once.
In one time, I'm all the Power Rangers.
Use that to
brother.
use that box to carry around your homemade porn.
Yeah. Damn, you got me. Thought I could get over on you. Just imagining that. I was like, what?
You got thermos in there?
That did not come with thermos.
Macho Man thermos?
About 10 grand in cash, brother. 'Cause
I would
you never
take
know
that.
when you got to pay your brother
Yeah.
off. When he starts being a brother.
Yeah.
Nobody does rap covers. They steal beats, that's for sure.
Oh,
they
right.
steal styles. They steal everything.
Yeah, has anyone ever covered a rap?
I think doing special award events. I think some
Oh, no,
rappers
yeah,
have
stuff.
done.
Yeah, you spit
like
a couple
that.
lyrics
Right.
or a live show or something
nothing
like that.
like a
But straight
full
up,
cover.
yeah,
No, wait, no, fuck that. Because
there has been
No.
at least one that I can think of that I'm trying to remember what it was. So I guess I can't think of it. There's one that I can't think of.
This is a cover. Remember, we had a conversation that I didn't realize it was a cover till like 20 years later.
Oh, but wasn't? I mean, he lifts the chorus.
No,
it's not. Is it a straight cover?
It's a straight cover. He
Yeah,
puts.
you're right.
And there's a couple parts where he puts his little stink on it, but yeah, this is genuinely a cover. One day it will start. Remember, this
One
is
day.
mid '90s. Skits were popular on albums.
Right. Yo, we need 72 minutes of music or skits, whatever you got.
Yeah.
For those who don't like it, eat a dick. But for those who with me,
La-di-da-di.
that shit.
And you get an album, like 22 tracks. 10 of them are like 30 seconds
every
long.
Outkast album.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Just some niggas who on the mic, and when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not more of them. This must have been the one that I was thinking of.
Because
I remember we did listen to this. It seems it makes sense that Snoop would be the one to do it. I think that.
Well, Black Star did somewhat of a version of a.
I don't know.
Like, Snoop updates the cologne that he throws on.
What?
Because he says
does?
cool water cologne, and then Slick Rick says,
Oh, okay. Oh,
Something
the
else.
difference in lyrics.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
trying to figure out
Like
what you're
we're just-
talking about.
Bedtime story.
Bedtime story?
That's who
I
Black
thought
Star
Chris was just painting a
redid.
picture for us,
Right.
like telling
That's
us.
what I was like.
So Snoop gets up and he changes his cologne, puts on a new white T-shirt.
Are you narrating the rap?
Right.
The white narration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what this song is about is, Snoop has gotten himself what they call a fifth of gin.
Yeah.
And everybody's brought
version,
some
isn't it
cups,
Polo
but nobody's given him
so.
any money to pay for it. But he's still going to be a good fella and pass it around anyway.
Right.
Because somebody else brought juice. Unlimited juice.
Juice. Turbulent juice. Remember it.
Yeah, I remember we had this whole conversation
yes.
about rap covers. Well, you know what we didn't talk about, though, is what songs should be covered. Like, if you're going to say, why aren't there more rap covers? Well, did you have something in mind? I don't know. Did I?
Yeah.
doing a one-man podcast.
What are you?
Asking myself that question. And who would do it?
Someone should cover this.
I guess maybe it's because of the high turnover of most rappers.
I can see a rock band trying to do this.
Like a rock band will
sure.
A rock band will tend to, let's say they have 3 albums. One comes out, gets a little bit of attention. Second one hits really big. By the third album, they'll throw a cover in there,
Yeah.
They're not so worried about, I've got to get all my material out. I've got all these concepts for songs. They're just like, hey, this is a cool song. Let's do a cover of this one.
Wait,
And
my memory's starting to...
I don't know that many rap groups or rappists.
Rappists.
Well, that's rapists.
Yeah.
What a difference 1 P makes, right?
Yeah. Rappists.
Rappers. I don't know if that they get to that point where they feel like they can kind of coast a little bit or settle
Who's this?
down.
I totally forgot about this.
Because it's either they continue to just jam out new material and stick with the times or be forgotten.
Right.
I don't know.
I remember this song.
I know it's true with pop music in general, radio music, that there's high turnover and there's not a lot of lasting artists, but it seems more so with hip-hop than it does any other form of music.
This is awful.
Oh, yeah, I hate this shit.
Rod Stewart's son is in this band.
Really?
What is this shit?
Oh.
A band called Framing Hanley. They covered Lil Wayne. This came out while the song that they're covering was out.
No, now rock covering rap? No. I'm all for
Are
collaborations.
you talking about rapists covering other rapists' songs?
I'm saying rock groups covering rap songs, not cool. If you want to do a jam or a mashup of some sort, I'm all for that. But this ridiculous, like, we're going to take your rap song and make it into this cool emo song, like, get the fuck out.
What about this?
If you're going to do...
This is whose fault it is, right?
Like
right
Ben
here?
Folds 5. Like, if you're Ben Folds and you want to, like, do a cover and it's kind of tongue-in-cheek and it's funny because he's doing it, that's all right. I mean,
Still
this
second.
this is
collaboration.
This is what I am pro. The mix of Run DMC and Aerosmith, yes. De La Soul and Teenage Fan Club, yes. Even what was
Anthrax and Public Enemy.
Yep.
Yes. But just a bunch of white guys covering a rap song, like, I don't know. I guess their race doesn't really matter, but still, you kind of look like an idiot, and you kind of sound like an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Oh, speaking of Anthrax,
Did you get some?
no,
In the mail.
no white powder's come in the
You
mail
opened
yet.
your mail the other day.
Anthrax, I think it's because they're back with Joey Belladonna.
Better be cocaine.
I was never really a fan of them with Joey Belladonna. He's covered the worst,
I was never a fan of his name. I didn't.
Yeah.
no, to me, he's their
Joey Belladonna.
He's their hair band singer, in my opinion.
Oh,
With
shit.
the hair to match.
Yeah.
And the name to match.
Still.
But, I mean, maybe they did it because...
Got a hairy name.
You wouldn't think of them to cover a song, but I heard this, like it's this local radio the other day, and they're like, yeah, with
That's sort of
Anthrax.
Metallica's thing.
And then they do this.
What the
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what? Anthrax? Like Scott Ian? Anthrax?
Oh, it's a good thing that I was just taking a hit and not a drink. Rob would have got sprayed.
And the thing is, they didn't even try to do the
what the
Anthrax version.
fuck?
They're just trying. Listen to them. They're
This is
trying to do a
nonsense.
straight up cover of it. They're not even trying to put their stink on it.
Is this for a movie or something?
No, this is on an album.
Oh my god, what the fuck are they
They're
doing?
literally straight up covering it.
When you
That is
listen to this
bizarre.
album, I got the album and I'm sitting there, I'm listening to it.
And it's got a upside down pentagram, like it's a fucking.
No, the one's with the A. The A's in the corner.
Right, okay. I'm sorry, what were you saying? You were listening to it?
Listening to the album, I'm just jamming, didn't even look. It's Anthrax. I put it in, I'm just listening to it, and this comes on, I'm like,
That's what I'm saying. They're not even trying to make it thrash. They got
good.
the organ. They're
You check the.
like, see what I'm saying? It's like it's a
Like,
note
give me
for
that
note
J
cover.
card. What the fuck is this? This is bizarre. Why?
That's what I'm saying.
Is the rest of the album like thrashy at all, or
The rest of the album's good.
the rest of the album is? I mean,
It's Anthrax.
it just sounds like
for no
updated
reason.
Anthrax.
Here's a note for note, dead on cover, fucking internet, of
I
one of
would've
the
thought-
shittiest songs from the 70s.
I mean, they're doing a decent job, and at first, if you just started playing it, that told me, hey, this is what Anthrax covered. It would have taken me a few seconds to hear the differences. I mean, there's a difference in the guitar tone, certainly, but I think my first instinct would be to return my CD or my download or whatever, because I clearly got the wrong
Yes,
file.
you gave me the remastered version.
Like, no, I bought this Anthrax. It's just some shitty band covering. What's the band? I'm brain farting on the band
Who's what's on?
that does the original.
Oh, Kansas.
Thank you, Kansas.
No.
No.
Yeah, it blew my mind, just like it blew yours. You actually had a physical reaction.
It's
like, what?
Why?
Yeah, that's my main
bizarre.
question. Like, you are Anthrax. Why?
First of all, do you think that any of your fans that are buying this new album have never heard the song before?
I know,
Are you trying
right?
to introduce it to a new audience? Because if
I
so,
know, right?
you're the wrong vehicle for that.
Yeah, but
And I'm not going to lie.
I got some news for you, Anthrax. You're a 30-plus-year-old band.
Right.
I went and saw them last summer, and there's nobody new going to see Anthrax.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Oh,
gray
right.
hair.
Yeah.
Lots of mullets.
A lot of saggy tits.
Jesus. That'd be a scary thing to
A lot of
say.
asses that are fatter than they were 30, 40 years ago. Well, 30. On both sexes.
Fucking B3 solo. Like, they didn't
That's
even
what I'm saying.
fucking do a
That's
fucking
what I'm
guitar
saying.
solo. Why didn't they do that
They're
on
doing
guitar?
a just note for note cover. Like, they're just.
What?
I don't get it.
Blowing your mind.
Like, they're not even there. They're not even putting the Anthrax stink on it. They're like, we're doing Kansas's version.
This is a rehearsal joke gone too far.
Yeah. We can do this perfectly.
Like,
Let's
oh my god,
record
we're
it.
actually nailing this. Can you believe this?
Yeah, I'm recording this shit right now. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, I guess it's a nod to them. It shows that they got more chops than. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, yeah, we could do more than just thrash, but this is the song you picked to showcase your skills to. You get way better options.
I'm surprised that they haven't broken into just like, you know, at least not. Well, I guess we got a little bit of song to go, but can they at least finish out with like a thrash
I know.
version of this riff?
The only thing, only artist that he could pull off and sing regular and pull it off would be Dio.
Yeah.
Dio.
What's the thing is, like, this is a good song. It's just way overplayed, right? I mean,
Quite honestly, I
just
hate
ne-
this song.
Yeah, this song's lame.
I've hated this song since the two of us worked together.
I think
I've hated this song since before I met you.
Well, you know what I mean. 'Cause
Yes.
There was a certain person that decided to find it like 100 years later and play the crap out of it.
At no point you've never enjoyed any part of the song.
Yeah.
Like maybe the first time you heard it, you're like, "This is
Well,
cool
no, the
rockin'
guitar,
sound."
the guitar riffs in it.
Right. So there's good elements. Right. So,
But it's
but
lame.
it's such an iconic guitar riff in there, that lick, that
Like, they're not fucking with it at all. Like,
Right.
it's mystifying to me. Like, who in your camp
Right.
went? So there's a signature here. All right, someone signed off. I want to know that person's name. I want their email address.
I'm pretty sure
Get at
that
'em.
they record themselves now.
Like this, I'm waiting for
Yeah,
the
they're
whole
smart.
time I'm listening.
They've
Like
got their
you, I'm
own
waiting at the
studio.
end. Like, okay, in the end, it's going to go into this crazy, like,
Yeah.
you know, Anthrax is going to
like,
show
like
up.
the Chili Peppers version of
Higher Ground.
Higher Ground, where it just goes thrash at the end. I was
Yeah.
waiting for that type of outro.
Yes, never happens.
That is bizarre.
I know, right?
fade out. Just what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fade out.
I don't know what the fuck you just said, little kid.
Yeah.
So I fell out
Blow your mind.
after I listened to it. Like, what?
Imagine if you bought a Slayer album, they just had a note-for-note version of a Jimi Hendrix song. Be like, yeah, that's great. You can do that. Why did you?
Right. Why did you do this?
That's one thing that metal has going for them that also ska and reggae has. and punk. No matter what song you cover, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
You cover a good song, you cover a played out song, you cover a horrible song.
It won't matter.
But you're doing it in the metal style or a punk style. I mean,
that's this band.
How many songs? Like, have you ever heard "Me First" and the Gimme Gimmes?
Oh yeah, did you? Oh, what song was that? Yeah, I know exactly.
They've got a shit. That's all they do is covers, and they're all punk versions, and they're all songs that I would skip past on the radio if I heard them. But you're like, it's got a cool melody though. Like it kind of makes you appreciate the stuff that's been played out on the radio for the last 30 years.
Well, what was it?
Back to hip hop mashup.
I'm saying it's this band,
right? Yeah.
So what would have been your favorite Anthrax album then?
This one. I enjoyed this album. It hit me. I was like 14 when it came out.
What is this album called?
Right Between the Eyes. Direct hit.
Right in the face.
What year?
Sound of White Noise. This was their first. This was the vocalist that replaced Joey Belladonna. I was on board with this guy.
Late 90s?
Oh, this guy was sweet.
Early
too.
90s.
Early 90s. Okay.
This guy's sweet too.
This from the band Armored Saint.
Because this sounds pretty indie actually.
Yeah,
you want to talk about like bands like Jawbox or.
But yeah, I never was a fan of Joey Belladonna because to me he had
Caius even.
He had that hairband sound to him.
Yeah.
See, he sounds like a normal man singing.
The albums that they did with him are awesome.
He doesn't have that hairband tone to his voice. You know what I'm saying?
I actually dig this.
Yeah, I like
this too.
I gotta listen to this.
This is my favorite period of Anthrax is when he was the singer.
You said period.
Was he? What was that one album? I can never remember what the number. Stomp
242.
Yeah, that's an awesome album too.
The old singer of my band would love us right now because we're doing
I was just
half
thinking
an hour
this,
on Anthrax.
This just made me think about his basement and hanging out in the basement of his house.
You know, it's funny. He was the youngest guy in the band. He was still the same age as everybody, but he's the youngest guy in the band. Think about it. It's like the mid to late 2000s, and people ask him, we were on the radio. We somehow weaseled our way.
Oh yeah, this is the greatest thing ever.
Onto a radio interview. On the weekend, it was just we were schmoozing at the time. It's a guy who worked at a radio station that I worked at and worked for the same guy, and managed to parlay that, and the guy letting us sit down with him for like 10 minutes on the air.
Damn.
And the guy asks us, hey, you realize we're at a radio station that plays current music. Hey, what kind of music are you guys into? Our lead singer responds with, well, I like Anthrax. It's like, wait.
Well, what?
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I liked it.
I loved it.
Was there anything current that you were listening to at the time?
I think we fucked up. I probably came up with something. I was like, oh, all right, Chris, remember your radio skills. Let's jump in here.
I mean,
yeah, if I recall,
was Radiohead?
There was
Radiohead was around
going
then, right? You can always say Radiohead. That's an easy out for any band.
And my band led to mocking.
Yeah,
I took it, but I showed up playing for a metal band, and I had a Radiohead sticker on my car, and some people I met never let me forget it. Never.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I fucked with them for a little bit.
We get a musical argument, and people be like, well, you like Radiohead? I'm like, goddamn right I like Radiohead.
I went to a punk festival one time with a stack of stickers for the Verve's new album.
Oh, God.
Verve, I like the Verve, but see, these people, if they hear the Verve, you know what I'm hearing.
But the greatest thing is,
he's told me this before.
Yeah, I think I have told this one
That's the
before.
general reaction from
But you go for the ones
crowd.
that have a lot of stickers, and you just kind of slip it in there.
Yeah.
Just see how long it takes them. I mean, not that you'll ever see the person again, but or
Hey.
who knows? Maybe they're like, I didn't put that there, but hey, cool.
See, everything, it always
Some
comes
people
up.
just have very
Urban Hymns, A Storm in Heaven. Dude, that's the Verve album. Dude, that is the Verve album.
Oh, they got good music.
A Storm in Heaven. Dude, that's all I gotta say, dude. That if you're gonna get into Verve, fuck that bullshit where they ripped off the Rolling Stones. Get yourself a Storm in Heaven, hit play, have a good fucking time.
Yes. Beautiful. Well, that's the thing. Verve started out as they were on the tail end of the shoegaze scene. This was when
They
I was
were like-
listening to Ride and Lush and all these bands out of
They're
England.
oh
God, oh my God, it's like a time warp.
I know, right?
Holy fuck.
If you like this comparison, it's like The Cure and Oasis fucked.
Yeah. Right,
That
I
is this
dig it.
band.
And it's one of those cases, too, where...
What's going on?
Smoke is going in his face.
You don't have to say sorry over the mic, though.
When you...
No, this
when you
is
get
like
to
a
hear-
life. This is 2 or 3 lifetimes ago for me.
When Richard Ashcroft's lyrics are buried under layers of guitars, it actually works a lot better. I'm just saying. Not that there wasn't stuff that I didn't like on their second album, but first album and
Maybe even I'll say The Cure and
I'm getting the names
Stone
mixed
Roses.
up. There was an EP and an album. Storm in Heaven was the album, right?
Yes.
There's an EP out around the same time too. I confess to be, I was working at a record store at the time, and I was pretty hip to what was going on. I do say so myself.
You're down.
Back when there was such a thing as being hip at record stores.
Yeah.
What's a record store?
Or record stores.
Record. Used to be cool.
Oh, man.
All right.
Fuzzy guitar. Probably big muff the fuck out.
So much pot back in the day.
Yeah.
Smoked to listening to this.
I started listening to this shit before I did any drugs. And then I started doing like acid every now and then, and I would listen to this shit again and go, I didn't hear all this before.
What?
Were there always 1,000 guitar tracks in this song?
Yes, the shoegazer music.
Yeah, probably.
Like 12 guitar tracks.
It did kind of create a studio type of musician as a scene. Like My Bloody Valentine was one of them.
That's a band that everybody always talks about, that I've always just been like,
I love them. It took me a little bit to get used to it, but they went 20 years between albums. They put out a bunch of EPs, one full
That's a
length
baller move.
that was like really weird.
That's a power move.
And then a brilliant follow up to that, and then spent 20 years working on just layering noise and sounds.
I mean,
and
who did it
endless
first?
studio
My Bloody
shit.
Valentine or Dr. Dre? I mean, Dr. Dre went like a decade, right? Or almost a decade between.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, because the Aftermath was mid-90s.
Right.
So never mind. Google Music says this is a top song for My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, this was the one the only video that I remember seeing, although I think they did have some other videos that didn't get a lot of rotation, but 120 minutes. I remember seeing this.
I just, too, remember they were all over the guitar magazines.
Right, because everyone was freaking out over how he got these sounds, these textures. There was a lot of layering of guitars going on in general in production, you know. I guess it's another reason why I tie these to studio-type bands like Radiohead, who, you know, they can perform live and they're great to see live, or at least so I've seen on film. Because I live in Michigan, where everything's controlled by, what's the booking, the big concert booking?
Hey, Nab.
No,
but the
Live. Live Nation.
Live Nation, yeah.
It's all Clear Channel.
Clear Channel,
Well, it used
yes,
to be Clear Channel.
that's the one.
Now they've Hey, we'll just start 3 other companies that still are owned by the same company.
So anyway, we saw the technology progress in the ability to layer tracks and all this shit lead up to some good music and some bad music. And this is kind of an extension of that, where you can just go in the studio and just keep layering your guitar sound and get these huge walls of sound. Walls of sound that used to be created by multiple people were now created with just multiple tracks in the same guitar with some different pedals. And Kevin Shields, who is the mastermind, the guitar player, the songwriter, does some of the vocals for My Bloody Valentine, was getting these textures that, well, it's kind of, that while that's one of the catchier songs of theirs, it's kind of represented there, that warbly, like somebody's dragging their finger on the record type of sound. And a lot of it actually comes down to, I found out afterwards, it's just strumming and letting your arm rub the trem arm. That's what a lot of that was. You just stick your trem arm out somewhere where your forearm's going to rub against it. You do some nice wide strokes when you strum. That's a lot of it is just, strumming chords and letting it ring and letting the sound build up with the effects and everything. And you just kind of, every time you stroke, you just
yeah,
it gets
dude,
it that
every time I stroke.
That it gives it that like Doppler effect almost, like you have it. It's almost like it's not just a bunch of guitars stacked up. It's a bunch of guitars kind of zipping past you. Hey, did you know that? Well, I know you've wondered. There's finally an answer now. Whether Deadpool can grow his dick back.
I did not know.
What did you just assume?
I'm sure it was there, yeah.
I don't think that's one of those questions like, how does Superman have sex with the chick?
Kryptonite condom.
Thank you. Well, right, there's an answer, but there's also a thought process.
Wouldn't that be detrimental to his penis?
It would burn.
He can't get
it weakens him, right?
Yeah.
He can't get her pregnant, though. You want to weaken the sperm. If he gets her pregnant, then she's going to have a baby that's going to fly out of her stomach.
Yeah, it is.
I like the Jay and Silent Bob. It'd be like a shotgun blast.
Right.
Blow the top of her head off.
yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
Right. So, well, whether you were wondering or not, Rob Liefeld, as the creator, would know more than anyone whether he can regenerate his junk, or, as he would probably refer to it, rejunkerate. I'm not sure how that comes up. How many shitty songs about comic books are there?
A few.
So, just a few more?
Just a few more.
Oh, Rick Springfield has a song called Comic Book Heroes.
Pass.
It's from the 80s. I bet you it's not that far off. Comic Book Collector by the Trashmen.
Yeah. All right.
Here's the quote from Rob Liefeld. We would never, ever live in a world where Deadpool can't regenerate his own cock and balls. He would generate a new head, and I'm telling you, he would generate a new head.
Yeah, the second head.
Oh my god, I just found a new song to play every time we talk about comics.
What?
God, I hope it's not this.
Trading at Captain Marvel for what?
Hurting Man.
I don't know, but this is going on.
This is the first song that has actual references to comic book characters.
Sounds like Jimmy Hart. Mouth of the South.
I actually like this song now.
That's saying. Boom. Add it to the production arsenal.
Makes me want to duck walk.
Yeah.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook by searching for Christopher Media. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.